Hello and welcome to the Kerbal Space Program, the pilot episode of this series. Yes, I will be doing a series on this, and yeah, I just wanted to pretty much show off what I've done so far in this game and ask for suggestions what you want me to possibly do. So, this here is the Kerbal Space Center. We're on a planet called Kerbal. You probably know all the details about this game already because it's been around for quite some time now. You know, this is the solar system we're in. It's kind of done to resemble our solar system a little bit, especially the inner one. But it's all scaled down by a factor of 10, more or less. So we've got the sun in the middle, then we've got a Mercury-like planet called Moho. We've got a Eve, which is a Venus-type planet. We've got Kerbal, an Earth-like planet. Then Duna, which is a Mars-type planet. Then we've got Dress, which is pretty much a big rock floating in the sky. It doesn't have an atmosphere. You can look up everything here. We're not, Dress. There's no atmosphere present. It's got like only 11% of the gravity that Kerbal has. And yeah, that's all pretty much. It's pretty much a moon that's farther out because you know, if you look at Kerbal, we've got two moons around that. The actual one called Moon. Yeah, that's no, I didn't want to oh god. Sometimes the controls, double clicking on some sort of flag or anything that's standing around here makes you fly that thing. Yeah, I don't want to be here. This is the dark side of the moon. Space Center. We're currently on the dark side of the moon with that, obviously. Yeah. Or was that the one? Yeah, that was a moon, wasn't it? Yeah. What I wanted to click on was the moon itself. Or Mun, if you want to pronounce it that way, but I prefer calling it Moon. Yeah, that's pretty much the same that our moon is. You see, I've landed 2 times here. Pretty much on the same spot, by the way. Yeah, and Kerbal also has another moon called yeah, no, I do not want to. Yeah, I want to actually focus on Minmus itself. Thank you. That's got like 5% of the gravity that that Kerbal has, and yeah, that's like you really jump real high when you're on that moon. As you see here, that is a planet called Eve. I've actually landed a mission here. Where actually, yeah, I actually wanted to have Eve's info. Yeah. You see, the atmosphere here is way thicker. It's also got 70% more gravity. And it's pretty hard to start from that thing again if you land on it. I didn't even think about starting again because what I'm actually going to do, Eve Lander 3, I'm going to fly that for short. I wanna show you what I did there. This is my Evian Lander 3, Mark 3 more or less. I can't really do anything with it anymore because this here is Jebediah Kerman. And poor old Jeb forgot that he needed a ladder to get back in. And yeah, so he's standing beside his capsule on this. No way to get back in or to get off the surface of Eve. It's night, by the way. Oh, dawn. That's nice. Let's watch the dawn, shall we? dawn of a new day on Eve. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, as you see, it's pretty purple here. Yeah, and we don't really have a way to get him back unless I send a mission there, which I'm totally gonna do. I already built a rescue mission and everything. I probably want to do that in the Let's Play though. Back to the Space Center. Only if you want to see it, of course. What I'm mainly going to do in the Let's Play is crazy stuff in the not in the career mode that we're in right now. So now it's night on Kerbal. We're in the career mode right now. What I want to do is the sandbox mode, so I just can't do whatever I want. I actually wanted to land on Moho with this. I don't think I think I have actually not landed because I couldn't get it done with the engine. I ran out of fuel, and now the spacecraft is orbiting the sun at a weird angle. So the only thing it ever can encounter is Moho, and it totally won't ever hit that thing. So we've got one guy in here, Bill Kerman. He's kind of fucked because he can probably not get back because, I mean, the one point where you're near the Kerbal thing is here, and to actually have Kerbal be here while the actual spacecraft is here too, that can take years to get that, and it's not even certain that the actual gravity of Kerbal would ever do anything to that. So yeah, so much about that. Further out after Dress, we've got Jool, which is a gas giant, pretty much like Jupiter. I've flown, yeah, a spacecraft out there too, and actually tried to land an unmanned lander on it, which is a pretty bad idea for a gas giant, obviously. You see the pictures right now I took while doing that. Those are screenshots. Yeah, as you see, I came down into the atmosphere and then I glitched through the supposed surface that doesn't exist. And then my spacecraft exploded, and yeah, that was about it. It was an unmanned thing though, so that wasn't really a hard thing. Yeah, of course, Jool does have... if you look here, it's got an atmosphere that's 200,000 meters high. It's only got 0.8 G according to this, which I don't really think it does. I mean, Jupiter has a much higher gravity than Earth does, so I guess the gas giant in this game should have a much higher gravity too. But probably that wouldn't have worked with the moons being that far out and that heavy, that close in and that heavy at the same time, because Leyth is pretty much an Earth-like planet that is orbiting Jool as a moon. We could go there, for instance. That thing actually has an atmosphere. Then we've got this is pretty much something like Europa, an ice world. Or we've got Tylo here, which is pretty much a moon, standard moon. Looks pretty much like the moon in this game. And we've got one of these asteroid-like things that obviously got captured by the planets. And we've got Pole. I have no idea what kind of surface that is, and I really would like to know, so we're probably going to go explore the whole system of Jool in a manned mission once. But I guess we're gonna either do that in the sandbox mode, or I'll need to advance a little bit more on the tag scale here, and the tag tree. That is Elu, which should probably be something like Pluto in our system. It doesn't have an atmosphere. It only has like 17% of the gravity of Kerbin. It's pretty far out, has an eccentric orbit, pretty completely not what you would ever expect. I'm pretty amazed that the planets Jewel and the Pluto-like planet Elu can pass that close by to each other without Elu being captured by Jewel. I mean, that does look pretty close on this scale. It probably isn't. You probably wouldn't even see Jewel from the surface of Elu at the closest encounter, which would totally explain why that wouldn't do anything. Yeah, do I have any probes flying? No, good. Yeah, as you see, there's some stuff flying around, some stuff lying around. Yeah, that's debris from the tests of my Evian Rescue Lander. That's what ERL stands for. Evian Rescue Lander Mark II. That's a lot of debris if you see that. That probably is because I tried to launch the actual thing. I didn't get it even into orbit around Kerbin, let alone fly it over to Eve and actually landed the lander there. As you see, there's a lot of other debris from other landers flying around the orbit, flying around the sun. Probably getting captured by some planet at some time and probably crashing into one. Yeah. One thing I did, where is that? Yeah, out there. Debris from the Dead Space 1. The Dead Space 1 was pretty much something like my own little Voyager mission, where I shot it out of the orbit of the sun. This is currently escaping the sun still. The actual probe, though, not so much, because that kind of got deleted around somewhere, because it was like out there somewhere. And yeah, you see a picture right now from the last picture I took while I was able, of the sun in the background. You see the electricity and everything is all depleted because the sun doesn't even do anything anymore on the solar panels at that distance. And yeah, after a while I wanted to look what it looks like, and then this came up. This looks kind of scary if you look at it. I mean, all the sixes and everything, and all the black spaces. So that's pretty much what happened to the Dead Space 1 probe. I have no idea. The game, by the way, crashed after I tried to go back to the station. Yeah. So a few other things. I'm just going to show off a little bit. Yeah, I also did go to the poles on Kerbin, as you see in this picture, and in this one. Yeah, that was the North Pole. Probably could have shown you that. And also I did go to Kerbin's what's it called? Desert. I don't have a picture of that though. With the same aircraft. And yeah, pretty much that's about what I did so far. As you see, now we're back in the game. I did get a lot of stuff already, and I also build a lot of ships. If you look at this loading screen here, I did a 3-man lander, which I didn't even test yet. I did a rover for Duna, which I called Curiosity 1. Very innovative, I guess, calling a Mars rover Curiosity. Or Duna in that case, but Duna is pretty much a Mars-like planet. It's even red and everything. Yeah, the Dead Space 1, just to show you. This thing... Come on, load it. This thing got all the way out into an escape orbit. And I didn't even need all the RCS here. By the way, the thing from here downwards is this model here that I did, the dead weight 1. That is this rocket right here. Yeah. That's pretty much what I did to get stuff out of Kerbin's atmosphere. I don't think though that any of the pretty heavy stuff that I built afterwards would go anywhere with that. Like, for instance, Duna lander. Yeah, I never actually got to Duna, though I did like 5 Duna landers, which all didn't work. Yeah, the actual the rescue lander for Jebediah, who's still on Eve. I'll show you that real quickly. I still need to do something about that because I totally can't get that thing anywhere near orbit, and I need to get actually the whole top part, which you'll see in a second. This thing has like 200 parts, so yeah, it's pretty big. That is all actually the lander up there, which would then, I hoped it would be able to actually thrive on the surface, but as it turns out, those wheels don't actually can carry. Could you stay on there, please? Oh god. Fitting that in again. Would you? Oh god, would you fit, please? Oh god. God, removing the wrong part of the ship is pretty much something you shouldn't do. Stay on the fucking 4. The game is pretty much lagging when I try to start this thing though. The engine can't handle this. Do I really need to do you one by one? Oh god. I'll actually have to fuck with the staging again then, just to get this working. But hey, if I remove remove one of those again, I can at least say, hey, just let me remove that. Actually, these parts I can just remove those because I don't need those at all, because I can't fucking do any driving with that, because it pretty much just explodes the tires. I'd either need a lot more than those wheels, No. Click somewhere else. Fuck you! Ah. Seriously? Really? 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 Game? Really? That's some of the things that I really don't like about this. It sometimes does weird stuff. Stop doing weird stuff. And fit on there again. You're totally not where I wanted you. You're not on there the way I wanted you to be on there. Did I get rid of all the wheels now? I hope so. There's one. Another one? Anywhere? No? Good. Then I can reassemble those landing struts to be more efficient. Yeah, that should work. That should work way better. Yeah. We're gonna save that. Yeah, pretty much all the top part from this upwards is gonna... Those are all, by the way, parachutes to land this thing. Except for those are just cones to decrease the drag. To land this thing on Eve, then Jebediah can crawl up here, take this seat, and then go up into space where we can meet up, hopefully, with a rescue ship that I already built too. Just gonna load that thing up for real quick, dude. Avian Rescue. What does the C stand for? I don't even know anymore. Rescue Capsule, probably. Rescue Capsule. I probably, yeah, I did put the dead weight 1 under that because it's pretty easy to do. We just go up into space, go over to Eve, get an orbit around Eve. Sorry, I had to cough there for a second. Get an orbit around Eve, probably have this at least still attached, and get Jeb to enter this in orbit, and then we can fly back to Earth and to Kerbal, and don't land on here because this thing doesn't have any parachutes. I'm an idiot. Good that I've got to this before actually doing the mission. We probably need like 3. Yeah, probably do 3. Nope. Ah, God. Would you just turn those in a way that I like them? I don't know why that is so bright up there. I don't have... Oh, that's probably the lights from up there. Because this is so high up. Which it doesn't really need to be, by the way. So I'll probably get this down a little bit. Yeah, so we can see here a little bit better. I mean, I don't need to have that like anywhere up here. Yeah, fortunately this design works really well. I don't know how, but it does. Yeah, and we probably get Jeb to get in here and come back and land with that. I kind of want to test out whether this lander actually gets to land on Kerbal safely. And I'm probably going to waste a lot of the fuel in these stages. And I can't totally not decouple here, which is probably a problem. Get that down. Decouplers. Where are they? Here. Get this. No, that's too small. Get that one up here. That one there. And then we start this. Okay, we start... okay, we release, start the boosters. Both sets. And also start those engines, but not at full throttle. Then we decouple the boosters, we decouple those as soon as they run dry. And then we decouple that thing pretty much at the same time. Yeah, that thing here. Then we start those engines, decouple those as soon as they're empty. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, then decouple this and start this. Then... wait. This doesn't... yeah, there's always a problem with this. Yeah, those, then this, then this. This one. Yeah. Then that starts and that decouples at the same time. That is probably not a good idea. That decouples, yeah. I think that's pretty much better that way. I'll save that for a second, and then we try to launch that thing and see if the 3 parachutes are enough. We're gonna get that into a suborbit. We're gonna get it into space, but not into an orbit, because we can probably get it into an orbit and deorbit it again. But yeah, we're gonna see what we're actually doing. Activate SAS, which is a stability enhancing thing. Those are these rings here. Those weird looking ones. That's an advanced SAS up here. Yeah, that's pretty much that. See the resources. I also wanna get that up so that I can see on the map, and then we can pretty much say like quarter throttle or 2/3 and get that up. Midley Kerman is our pilot for today. Because Bill is flying around the sun, Jebediah is on Eve, and Bob is missing in action. Throttle that up because we decouple. And as you see, at this altitude, the atmosphere, of course, is slowing us down. So we can pretty much not give full throttle. Oh, that's a little bit too little. Yeah, not give full throttle until we get like to the middle of that, get a little bit more up. At about 10,000 kilometers, 10,000 meters, we're going to go into a gravity turn. By the way, learned this all about the whole space flying thing by watching Kerbal Space Program Let's Plays. Actually, I first got into Kerbal Space Program quite recently because I watched a Let's Play by Markiplier. And then he mentioned Scott Manley, who is an actual rocket scientist, who's also doing Let's Plays. And yeah, I pretty much learned a lot by watching his Let's Play too. About actual rocket science, not only about the Kerbal Space Program. So now our... would you not turn, please? That makes it a lot harder to steer. If you would rotate back to normal position, that would be awesome. That happens if you throttle up a new engine when the rest of the debris is still on the end of that. We're pretty much just going to go into an almost orbital flight, and yeah, we're leaving the atmosphere right now. The atmosphere of Kerbal ends about 60 kilometers up, so we're pretty much out of it right now. About 70 to 75 is where the very low orbit stuff happens. So we're just going to get up to pretty much about orbital velocity. Just so we can re-enter the atmosphere at the appropriate speed of when we come back. What I probably should mention that this game does not have a realistic re-entry, so the stuff actually does not heat up and does not get destroyed if it gets too hot, and you don't need any heat shields, and yeah, you can pretty much have a re-entry of one of your Kerbals without the guy actually getting melted in the atmosphere by the re-entry, which would totally happen, by the way, in real life. So we're about 100 kilometers up now. We can decouple that and look at the... Yeah, we're gonna come down to Kerbal again, so we can just decouple everything and turn ourselves into retrograde direction, which is against the way we're flying, and then we can just fast forward until we re-enter the atmosphere. We're starting to re-enter at... oh god. Can probably turn off the SAS for that, because then it stays at that angle to the... whoa. Okay. We're down to atmosphere level again. So we're gonna have some pretty sweet re-entry effects now. I'm probably going to to fire up the SAS again, because I mean the capsules do have their own kind of SAS. That up here, of course, are solar panels that I could have that I would use, by the way, on the way to Eve, but I don't need to use it for just this, because it doesn't really make sense. Apart from the fact that we're not in any direction looking at the sun right now, so these are re-entry effects. Look really cool. Don't do anything. They just look cool at the moment. There are mods for this game that make re-entry more realistic. There's a deadly re-entry mod. Midway down there in the capsule, our so to say pseudo Jebediah is pretty much amazed by those re-entry effects, obviously. So we're at about 10,000 kilometers now, and we're just gonna open the parachutes and disable the SAS. Not a good idea, obviously. Reactivate that and stand retrograde, please. Just because of forces. Not that I ever had anything happen to my parachutes, but I don't want to risk anything. Now that we're almost falling straight down, I'm going to... yeah, that's better. Oh, okay. You get to keep your SAS on until you land. Good. Just gotta tell me that. I mean, we could of course put parachutes on the on this module too, because we need an unmanned part that is actually controllable, which is the satellite part here, to get the capsule over to Eve. Yeah, we're going down. About 500 meters above ground, this parachutes are gonna open. That's about 1,000 kilometers, I think, because we're on the highlands. Yeah, here. Now we just gotta get down to the ground. We're gonna do that with physical time acceleration. Everything that has impact, like the unfolding of the parachutes, as well as the hitting the ground, it's probably not a good idea to be in time acceleration for that, because it kind of fucks up physics, even though it's called physical time acceleration. Yeah, we come down with about 4 meters per second. That should be actually be slow enough to be able to hit ground without damaging anything. Yes, good. And with that, we can recover this vessel, and would now have stuff from Eve for our science. Of course, this doesn't give me any science anymore, because I pretty much, if you look at the tech tree, I'm pretty much advanced in this. All the stuff is about 300 to 550 science in cost. Not that I need any of this, really. I mean, I would take those jet engines. I would probably take those better the better wheels. I could have just read it. I'm probably going to research that, because that's a pretty awesome battery, and that is a nuclear reactor that's just gonna make energy all the way, and we don't need any solar panels with that, so that's really awesome. Yeah, those are unmanned units that we can use. Yeah, those are adapters and structural stuff. We can get some science and use that. Anyway, some other stuff. Just to finish this off, as you see, I've been to the pole here. I've been to the desert over here. And yeah, this here is the Kerbal Space Center. The continents don't really look like on Earth. I mean, this looks a little bit like Africa, but meh. As I said, a little bit. Not really much. Yeah, it's an Earth-like planet. Yeah, just to have shown that. Yeah, what I want to do is rescue him, Jebediah, from Eve. Getting a rendezvous maneuver around the sun is probably going to be a little bit hard. So we could probably go and rescue, Bill, Kerman from his mission. What I definitely want to do is fly a mission to the sun and try to land on the sun. That's probably going to cause some kind of bug again. So like I did with Joule, I'm probably going to glitch through it, or I don't know if we're actually gonna burn up. I definitely want to go to Elu and explore the Joule system. And I definitely want to do stuff that you guys want to see. So if you have any suggestions what you want me to do in this game, then leave them in the comments down below, and I'm pretty much definitely going to do them because I really love exploring this game. But I'm probably not gonna start the series with episode 1 until I get my better mixing console back, because with this one the sound quality is pretty shitty. And you probably realized that already if you heard what my sound quality was at the beginning of Amnesia Machine for Pigs, for instance, or in Outlast up until the 10th episode, where I then stopped for quite a while. I'm totally gonna finish that, and I'm going to start this series as well as some other stuff, and I really don't wanna waste my time with this bad audio quality too much. So I'm not. You probably saw that I didn't upload as much as I usually do. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to do this real quick just to let you know about this game and to see what kind of stuff you want me to do in it. As I said, leave it in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Don't forget to give me your ideas in the comments. Please, I really want those. And until next time, I'm WWEdeadman. Bye.